It's time now for top picks from David Burrows. And the first one he brought us tonight is Northrop Grumman, another defense stock.
Right. So we've talked about Raytheon, we've talked about Lockheed Martin. Let's talk about Northrop. Northrop is a company with a $43 billion market value, big cap U.S. stock. One of the things that I think investors might like to look at right now is in the fall and actually leading up to November, you had a big run up in several sectors, one of them being the defense sector, with the view that there would be spending either way, whether the Democrats or the Republicans won. Since November, a lot of defense stocks have basically traded sideways over the last 4 to 5 months, consolidating that initial gain. Some of them taken out the highs already, some of them have not. Northrop is one of them, trading very close to highs. So Northrop has two big products. They're a big contractor into the strike bomber for the U.S. They're a big contractor into the F-35. And one of their greatest strengths is they're the leader in drone technology. So a Triton drone can replace 20 airplanes or aircraft in the air. And so, of course, governments want to try and save money, and they want what they can get from drone technology. They've been selling them in great numbers to the U.S. government. They're now opened up to be sold in the EU and Japan. And so this is a company with good visibility, long-term contracts, and good growth in front of it. Pays about a 2% dividend yield. They've grown their dividend 12% a year over the last 5 years. It's a good, attractive company in an attractive sector.
Okay, let's go to your next top pick, which is Canaxis, and I actually believe it hit an all-time high today.
So we spent a lot of time talking about U.S. stocks today. This is a Canadian stock I really like. It fits into software as a service or cloud-based software. Canaxis has software that they sell to large corporations to help them manage their supplying to their customers. And so you have 3 orders, they're all in a rush. Which one is the most profitable to deliver today versus one to push off? And this is a company that has the best solution in supply chain software. They've got 80% of the revenue is recurring. They can see it now for next year. They don't lose any customers. 65% of the revenue is subscription-based. And they've got 100 very large customers that include companies like Ford, Cisco, Raytheon, Bristol-Myers Squibb. And realistically, this is a company probably gets bought by a large enterprise software company. But in the meantime, they just continue to beat estimates, and it's a really successful Canadian growth stock.
Okay, and your final top pick for us tonight is Citigroup. Why do you like this one?
Okay, so we talked a lot about banks that are levered to the U.S. economy. In the last 3 months, we've seen one by one markets around the world from other parts of the world lift off and start making new highs. That tells you the expectations the global economy is getting better outside of the U.S. Citigroup gets over 50% of its revenue from outside of the U.S. So this is a company with $1.4 trillion in loans outstanding. They've got a great credit card business. They make great money in the U.S., but they are very well positioned to take market share because a lot of global banks have relatively weak balance sheets after the financial crisis. Citigroup looks really strong. You're likely to get significant dividend and share buybacks announced in June of this year because they now have enough capital that they could return arguably 100% of their earnings back to shareholders. And so I think you get good dividend growth and some capital growth. And as rates rise, they benefit. As deregulation comes, they benefit. There's a lot of strong drivers behind this one.
Great. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Paige.
All right. As always, please consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Thank you for joining us. Hope you'll be with us tomorrow on Market Call and Market Call Tonight.